Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the modded RAC server. My name is Riella and it's been a while since we've been here. So I wanted to show you part of the reason why I haven't done a ton of episodes is I was working on a big build which is finally done. So I wanted to be able to show that off to you. You saw hints of it last episode. There's a corridor that leads to it that way and a corridor that leads to it this way. I did cut out the vast majority of it, but I'm sure you caught glimpses. It's a great hall is what I'm calling it. And this is it right here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. What do y'all think? It took me a very long time, as I'm sure you could tell. This is the Great Hall. It is going to hold my blood magic altar, which is over here, this guy. This guy right here, I thought this room would be big enough to hold it. It's actually not, simply because you have to go out 2 blocks for the tier 5, and so it would take up all of the room. This is set up as a tier 5, but I actually have, let's go ahead and do this. I thought it would be 1 down and 1 over like it always is, and the 5th tier is actually like 2 over, so it'd be right here. I'd have to cut out my wall or recenter it. If I centered it, period, over in the center, centered it in the center. Funny how that works, but if I put it in the center, it'd fit too. But if I have to move it, it's just, you know, if I'm going to have to move it, let's go ahead and just put it someplace a little bit more grand, which is what we're going to do, which is over here. Plus I have a few ideas for how I want it to be set up anyway, in terms of getting the blood sacrifices going, because I don't want to keep pricking myself with my little knife. I want to do a little bit more damage. So yes, we have just one little thing we need to finish up. But for now, let me give you the grand tour. I guess we shall start with, if you can't tell, I'm pretty dang proud of this build. It really did take me a while. Okay, so these are same blocks you see me use before. These are chisel blocks, futuristic armor blocks. It's just a iron ingot surrounded by smooth stone, and then you get, let me see, you get the chisel. You get this guy, this dude, the chisel, and it gives you the option for making this particular block. So that is a lot of iron, a lot of smooth stone. That right there took quite a bit of time. And then you have, these are blood bricks right here. Bloodstained block. That is sandstone with raw meat, raw steak, specifically the raw beef. So this is right here a lot of animals sacrificed, along with lots and lots and lots of sand and sandstone. Same thing with the staircases here. I first carved, I guess not really carved, I kind of designed the first side using carpenter's blocks because they were easy to break. And then I had to duplicate it on the other side, which was not fun, let me tell you, trying to get it to match just right. It's sometimes I'm still convinced it's off, but I've double, triple, and quadruple checked, and it seems to be an actual match for side by side. So should be a mirror image. As you can see, I have issues still with lighting all the torches. Eventually, I'd like to have that set up so I don't have any torches anywhere, but we'll get there. This is a wall of lava similar to what's in the other rooms. I went ahead and added, these are carpenter's blocks. The wedge slope with a fantasy block, which is another chisel block. Let me go ahead and show you. Fantasy block. Yeah, these blocks. Specifically, I think... Actually, I can show you. I have, not what I wanted. I have some left over in my bag. I can show you real quick. Let's see. It was these. Or these. Now this particular one was these. I think the ones up top are these. But yeah, it's a fantasy block, which is a gold nugget. Let's see if I can actually show you the recipe for that. Yeah, it's a gold nugget surrounded by smooth stone. So a lot more smooth stone. Not that much gold, really, because it took a nugget as opposed to a whole gold ingot. So it wasn't that much. But these are just the wedges, the wedge slope one way and the other. And getting these to cooperate was actually a bit of a pain. I wasn't sure I'd be able to pull it off. But it worked in the end, and I'm quite pleased with it. These right here are the another wedge slope that I love so much, the little prisms, the little pointy guys. I love these things. I have some here too, which are also more of the bloodstained brick. This is the fantasy block here, bloodstained brick here, and then here, and then here. And then I did the fantasy again here. all the way across, and it's mirrored on both sides. Then I have behind here is the glowstone, which we actually need to finish up down the end. We'll go there. It's chiseled glowstone, so it looks like the shell. It's the shell-shaped glowstone. And then these are the ash clouds from the nether. I love these things. I love decorating with these things. I don't know why. I just love the smoky look of them. I think they're awesome. So that's just in front to kind of mute it a little bit. Make the lines here stand out more than these. I wanted the horizontal lines to be stronger than the vertical lines. This right here is actually hollow. I can actually fly through it. Possibly. Yep, there we go. Fly right through it. Of course, I catch myself on fire. But these, all I did was put... Let's wait for the fire. It's a little bit laggy, so it's going to be a little bit interesting. Come on. Anytime you want to stop being on fire. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a little bit laggy, so it's kind of weird how you light on fire. But I did just a pillar of dirt, and then these are micro blocks, just the little glass strips. The forge glass, not the forged glass, the Tinker's Construct glass, this stuff right here. The red stained glass, I used the micro blocks, made it into micro blocks, and lined the edge, and then hollowed it out, and then dropped lava from the bottom, and then filled each of these, did the same thing with the dirt pillar, and then lined it in these little glass covers, and then each of these is a lava source block. And then just as a little extra decoration, some more of the red stained glass, and then a block of the aluminum the aluminum brass, just a corner of those, just again for just a small detail. So yeah, so that's, here we go. We have 4 of those. Those took quite a while to make. And yeah, I think it's pretty much done. Eventually I would like, I don't need this here. Eventually, oops. Did I grab it? I think I grabbed it. Pretty sure I grabbed it. Okay, we're getting this to work. There we go. But eventually I want to have another lava wall like I did over there. I want to mirror it from over here to over there. But we're fine with this for now. I think this will work for now. I don't want to spend too much more time on this. Simply because, again, I've spent quite a bit of time, and I think it's... Ooh, how did... Okay, I had 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where did my 9th one go? Not to mention... Oh, there it is. It's... Again, the server's been a bit buggy, so all kinds of weird stuff is going on. Nobody else is on at the moment. In fact, nobody else has really been spending a lot of time on modded. Either they have, life gets in the way, or they're on the vanilla, or, various reasons for people can't be on. So right now we're lonesome. We're on our own, but that's fine. It's fun to kind of get caught up and do things without distractions, like people doing witchery, or that's about it. I'm talking about anyoners, of course. Don't need to be cursed again. I don't need the distractions. We have a pattern in the floor. Those are also gold fantasy blocks, along with some smoky quartz from Tinker's Construct. Let's go ahead and go down. That's the smoky quartz. I made it into slabs because smoky quartz is really expensive. Let's go ahead and take a look at that recipe. Is it an EY? I think it's an EY, smoky quartz. The recipe for that is you put 4 just like regular quartz, but to make smoky quartz, it's just coal surrounded by a regular quartz block. And it is an equal recipe, so I guess it's not that expensive, but quartz in and of itself is kind of hard to come by. And I went ahead and lined it all with this. I tried using coal to match this better, but I actually like how it's slightly more blue than this. This is more of a true black, especially in this area here, whereas this is more like a blue-black, and I really enjoy that. So I think the contrast is quite nice. So that's why we have that kind of offsetting all the gold, the yellow. I feel it's very striking. And then this, of course, is nether brick that we chiseled. Here we go. We have the chisel again. You put the nether brick here. Not the nether rack, but the nether brick. And this is one of the options that you have available that we used. You'll notice some of them are actually puffing smoke. That is because it's, and you can see, look, it actually has a slight, what is it called? Where it's movement. It has some movement to it. The puffs of smoke and the little bit of movement, that's because it's actually a different stone. It's actually a slightly different color too. You'll notice on the left it's more red, on the right it's more orange, true orange and yellow tinted. That is because it is in fact a different stone. It's another chisel block. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. And it is called lava stone. And it is a bucket of lava surrounded by smooth stone. Let's see, here we go. You take, yeah, a bucket of lava surrounded by smooth stone. It turns out originally to be the smooth stone with the lava looking in the cracks. You do have the option to make it black, which is what I did and what I used. The only problem I have with this is you cannot actually place anything on it, including a torch. And it does not in and of itself act as a light source. One would think that the lava stone, especially when it puffs like this and it has the movement, that you could almost use it as a light source, like another, similar to a glowstone, but you cannot. It doesn't give off any light, so you do have to light it up, but you cannot put a torch on it, which is a bit of a pain, and so that is why only some of the bricks are this lava stone, the rest are all the nether brick, because obviously you can put the torches on the nether brick. But I loved the animation, the little puffs of smoke now and then, just coming off the floor, not from the torches, but just off the floor itself. I thought that was kind of cool looking, so I wanted to have that, so it's kind of intermixed throughout. Mostly around the center. I actually put most of it around the center, just again to kind of draw the eye to the middle. But yeah, so this is, woo, try not to run into anything. So this is what we've been working on. This is our big project, and it is now complete. The Gray Hall is complete. Again, eventually I'll probably put a lava pillar down here. Maybe not, because I want to have my thing right here, my blood altar right here. Someone did point out the fact that I spent so much time on this floor. Unfortunately, I can't remember who. It's been so long. I don't know if it was Frog or Connor or Apex or somebody pointed out the fact that once I put my altar down, it's actually going to hide all of this design, but that's okay. I'm going to have, excuse me, not windows. I am going to have rooms offshooting from here. I have different ideas for different rooms. Whether or not I'll actually have time to do it, I don't know, because there is talk with the lag on this server about kind of resetting it, redoing some of the mods, and maybe resetting it. But again, it's just talk at this moment. I don't know. Nothing's been decided yet. Everyone's kind of still in the vanilla world. They're all excited about the vanilla, so we'll see. Forgot to mention, this is also another futuristic armor plating block. Same thing as this one, just a different choice when you put it in the chisel. And that's it. I mean, I think it looks kind of awesome. It's low enough that you do get a little bit of, I forget what level we're on, I'm not going to hit F3. Even though I had my map up in the corner in the last episode, I don't want to make it that easy for everybody, but yeah, so it's very nice, I think. I don't remember what level we're at, but we do have a little bit of the fog issue going on. They got rid of it, of course, in the 1.8 release. There's no more void fog, which, like I said, I'm actually excited about it because I personally kind of hate the void fog. I find it annoying, but in some cases, such as this one, where it's kind of cool to have it. It's kind of cool to see something like this just sort of magically appear, you know, through the mist, so to speak. Of course, when you're in the void fog, when you're like right above the bedrock and the void fog is really, really bad, then it's kind of annoying because you have to, you can't see anything. So I'm going to go ahead and show you one more thing, and then I think we're going to call it an episode, because I actually went on about this a lot longer than I expected. I thought we'd be able to get a bit more done today, but I had to show this off. I'm sorry. Let's one more walkthrough. I kind of love this. I really do. I kind of feel like, I don't know. I don't know why. It has some of all my favorite things, really. Fire and blood and red. It's got a little bit of everything, right? So yeah, it's okay. It's mirrored and moving and lots of glowstone and the ash blocks that I love so much. I do love those ash blocks. I always try to find something to build with. I actually like them for windows. I don't know if anyone's seen my monster series, but we were trying to go with kind of an industrial looking area, and I used these as windows instead of glass, because the glass was always just too clear. Even if you dyed it, it was still too clear, whereas this ash block is just nice and kind of a little bit dirty looking. So if you use it for a window, it's quite nice. The only problem is of course, I don't think it really protects against mobs, but you know, there are other ways of protecting against it. Sometimes it's worth it. Whoa, that was a bit of a bug. So this altar here will be moved into the other room. Maybe the next time you see me, I'm thinking this area here I'm actually going to build up. This is kind of my Thaumcraft setup for now, but I actually want to set up a better Thaumcraft area right there. And I mean, this is not all there is to Thaumcraft. There's all kinds of stuff. If you want to see a lot of excellent Thaumcraft stuff, I recommend Connorchap's. He has a Ender Academy series where he gets very into the Thaumcraft, and it's quite excellent. It's actually one of the ways I learn about it is I watch his videos and I'm like, oh, okay, I could maybe do that. Probably, perhaps. I haven't quite yet, but maybe, we'll see. But so I need to set up. There's a bunch more a bunch more machines associated with Thaumcraft. That's all going to go here. The blood altar, all the blood magic stuff is going to go in there, and hopefully I'll have a better setup for that. Same thing, the alchemy stuff will move into there too. This is mostly going to be Thaumcraft, maybe a little bit of Ars Magica, simply because we haven't done any Ars Magica at all, and it might be nice to get into. So the Thaumcraft might be here, Ars Magica might be here. We'll have to see how things progress. That's the way to get up to the top, to the surface, which I need to change because it's inconvenient to get there. A lot of people get lost. And then I wanted to show you one more thing before we call it an episode. Let's go down, if I can... Hello? There we go. Okay, so you've seen this. Nothing new. Nothing really new. We're going to just kind of ignore that. And then you've seen the animal farm. As you could tell, I moved the blood. I was going to set this up in blood and ice. These open block tanks, they do tend to be a little bit laggy, so I went ahead and took all the blood out, and I'm going to remove them. I don't want to decorate with blood or anything that uses open blocks tanks, or any tanks really, because they are supposedly quite laggy, or they can be once they add up, and if you do line an entire room in them, I think that will be a bit much. So I'm going to continue. I am going to use ice because I like the idea of a meat locker, so I've been collecting ice so I can decorate this. I don't like the wood. That was just kind of a quick, easy, cheap thing to do because I needed a place to hide the animals. That chicken has a pig on its head. That's quite interesting. But I haven't done much with the animals. You can see I've got the wool farm going. That's about it. I have an idea for that, but that's for another episode. This is what I wanted to show you. Here's more of the void fog. This is my storage room, and as you can see, we've started to go ahead and store stuff. This is the chickens are right above here, and the cows are right above here. So when I kill them, I actually use my ritual sword, and I get their blood. Ha ha ha, I get their blood. Sounds so morbid, but yeah, their life essence. This is one of the things I'm going to kind of set up over there. I'm going to make it so I can kill various animals, or probably not animals, probably mobs. I think I have an idea for making it so I can kill mobs and getting things. Making that kind of multifunctional so I don't have to have so many of these set up. Because right now I actually have 4 blood altars, believe it or not. I don't want to show them all off because I was trying to keep some things close to my hat, but since not close to my hat, close to my chest. Keep some things close to my chest, but since so many people have not been on modded, I'm not as concerned about it anymore. Because at this point in time, if they're interested enough to come and try to somehow use this against me, that's fine by me, because that means they'll be on. But as I said too, I have not been on that much lately myself, so I'm not complaining too much. But anyway, I went ahead and set these up with the ender tanks here. And you saw, oh, you don't see one over here, but there will be one right here. And there's one upstairs where my blood altar is underneath it that all come through here, and then it dumps into these life essence drums. And this is where I'm keeping all the stuff. And if you right click it, it tells you both of them are about half full. I like they say half full instead of half empty. But they're half full of life essence. And we've got a couple of empties over here. I've been putting them on the fusewood shelf just for storage because I thought it would look cool to have just rows and rows and rows of life essence. We do have, what is that, 4, 5, 6? We have 6 that are completely full. These are completely full of life essence. See, as you can tell, 256,000 millibuckets of life essence, which is kind of, I think they're millibuckets. Are they millibuckets? That means it's 256 buckets total, which doesn't sound as that much, but it's a lot. It's quite a bit. I actually filled those up pretty quickly, just draining it. I had a tank underneath here, a tank underneath there. I had the tank above with the cows. I had the tank below my blood altar at the top there. So once I drained all of those, this is how much I got from just that. It was very quick. Oh, and these two. I haven't done any more sacrificing of any sort. So this is just from what I was getting up there, which is quite a lot. Oh, you know what? That's why I had that there. I had that there for a reason. I had that there because I needed the switch, the lever, to activate this. There we go. Activate the fluid duct. That would have been a problem later on. But yeah, so we're gonna have a bunch of life essence lining. I thought that would be cool. I mean, I'll store other stuff here. It won't be just life essence, but we will have quite a bit going. These are just machines for the ranchers, and this is the planter here. I didn't really do too much to the... Oh, we need to actually refill that. We'll do that later. I didn't do too much to the ceiling because this is just a storage area, but I did kind of make the floor look nice, and I did make the walls look nice because I could. And then right there is where I went up to go drain. I need to refill that back in. I need to put that back together. I'll do that again off camera. Just need to fill that in. I don't need that anymore because that was a way to get up to where the tanks are with the cows, but I don't need that anymore. We have the elevator here. Elevator tends to blend in. Hello, sheep. Goodbye, sheep. So there we have it. That is this episode. Kind of a brief update. A little bit of a talky episode. Show-offy episode. But like I said, I'm kind of digging it. I considered for the staircase actually putting stairs, but I don't think I want to bother with it. I kind of like having it. This is really more set up to be jetpack friendly anyway. It's not really, these are here more for when the jetpack runs out of juice, or sometimes I forget to put it on before I come down here. So this is why we have that. And then over here, if you remember from last episode, like I said, you would have seen some of this coming through from last episode. But this is where we have our elemental, what is this? Arcane setup, our arcane plinth. Is that not what it's called? Arcane plinth, yeah. This is where we had our elemental battle, was in this room. And this is similar to what I'm going to have. I'm going to have these corridors. I'm going to put glowstone where these torches are. Probably in the ceiling, actually. So I won't have the torches on the floor. But I'm going to have rooms similar to this one, just coming off kind of every which way. And I've actually considered, I'm thinking it of almost like a little bit like a honeycomb, where these little 3x3 that I then kind of, you know, make into these little octagon type shapes. Not really octagon. What is it? Hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is an octagon. Okay, so these octagon shapes. Maybe have one coming up like right there, you know, kind of at this level. Maybe one up that level. So you will have to have a jetpack to get up to it. So it is going to be a very jetpack friendly room, but I think it'll be worth it. Like I said, I'm quite pleased. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it here. Thanks everyone for watching. My name is Riella, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.